I have the Switch 2 logo up, bro. Like, there was only 2 games that I actually care about the Switch freaking
You
updates.
wanna know why? Because, look, PlayStation is just a third-party console. Xbox is just a PC console. The only people that are actually mattered at this point in the gaming sphere now are PC and Nintendo, and that's it.
Alright.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Odd and Colors podcast. I'm Sozo.
I'm Arashi.
I'm smug.
Today, I just said to hell with it. We're just gonna talk about the entire showcase because for some reason this was just back to back to back in a week.
Yeah, and it was so weird because there was actual good stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's like, we all expected just absolute garbage.
No, that's at the end of the year.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh,
Fair
yeah.
enough. We can still be hopeful.
That's for the drinking game at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing that, for the record.
I hold it to it. I'll give it a shot one more time this year, but after that, dude, unless they pull another, hey, we're bringing back Hades 2, hey, we got Onimusha Way of the Sword, hey, we got Mega Man, we got Nero Okami and shit. Unless they do that, I'm not gonna give a fuck. Okay, Jesus, people are not gonna be able to see it, but I'm going to have to take this fucking meme you have off because that's gonna be distracting.
It's just she's
You
just a
and I both
YouTuber.
know what was wrong with it. Anyway, we're not gonna let the people know. We're just gonna let them guess.
She's just a YouTuber, Sozo.
Yeah, so is the other one.
No, she's not.
Anyway. So, the state of play, the only things I remember was Wolverine, the Nakamura game Kimura, Onimusha got a release date, and a 20-minute preview of their movie. That's about it.
I'm so worried.
Okay.
That's what the new
It's
God of
what it
War
is.
is. It's what the new God of War has been since 2018. It's just a movie where sometimes you press buttons on a remote.
This time I'll press R2.
Oh, careful. You might have to press 3 buttons.
Daring today, I see.
Daring today, I see.
It's like it genuinely is a fucking issue because it's like Sony was one of the companies that was saying, but hey, we want to pull out of our deals with like PC titles because we don't think it's making us more money. We should add more exclusives, which on paper, cool. Like that, you should have been doing that for a long time. Give more people reason to buy your PlayStation 5. But that implies you have to have games that are going to be only on PlayStation 5. Not games that you say are going to be on PlayStation 5 and hide the fact that they're going to be on other platforms. Like, that's the problem, is that they're showing all these different games that are like, oh man, these look so cool on the PS5. Yeah, but they're also going to be on Xbox. They're going to be on Switch 2. They're going to be on the fucking Steam. Like literally, Onimusha Way of the Sword is not a PS5 exclusive. That is going to be on Steam, Xbox, and now Switch 2. Like,
that's yeah. I feel like that's the issue with a lot of these. Games that are not just like Nintendo. It's like there's so much third-party stuff. It literally just makes you ask, like, well, what's the point of owning a console at this point, bro? Because they're not cheap anymore. Yeah, they're not cheap anymore. So, price is out. I mean, what selling point does our console have in 2026 and beyond?
And even ignoring the price buying the console, right? Ignoring the price buying the console, ignoring the price that you have to buy for these games.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think that's a factor though, because it's like you.
Well, I mean, I guess for everyone except for Sony and Xbox.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, dude. Because back in the day, right?
Mm.
And I say back in the day, but it was literally like maybe 2 generations ago, right? Whatever.
Right.
But yeah, but still, yeah, it used to be the argument, and it was pretty sound, right?
Yeah.
Why would I buy a console over a PC? Well, I mean, consoles are cheaper, and they're just plug and play, right? You just play it up for your TV, you put a game in, you start playing it. And it turned out that consoles were cheaper than a gaming PC, right? A good one at least.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, and then also you have all these exclusive games that you can't get on PC. So you kind of have to buy this piece of hardware if you want to play these games. You want to play Pokken? You gotta buy the Switch or the Wii U. You know?
Yeah. You want to play like Jack and Daxter, you're gonna have to get a PlayStation. You
Gotta have
want
to
to
get a PlayStation.
yeah, you
Yeah,
want to
Halo,
Oh, you
play
want to play Halo?
you want to play Halo,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get an Xbox. Hell, you want to play Assassin's Creed? Well, you can play it on these other ports, but it's best preferred on Xbox. You know?
Like,
Like that
it's
was
like,
that was
yeah.
the thing too, is that back in the day, even other third-party titles had something of value to
Or,
them
yeah.
because like
It's like,
because there was clear understanding of where the bias was and what they were intended for because they played a lot better on certain devices more. Like
oh, dude, did you ever try to play any of the Ezio trilogy on PC back in
oh
the day?
god,
Holy
no.
dude, there was a bug for the longest time, and the reason I remember this is because it screwed me over so bad.
Mhm.
There used to be a bug in Assassin's Creed 2 on the PC version where it would say it saved your progress, but then it wasn't at all at random points. And I remember I beat like half of the game, like 47%, right? And then I
Yeah.
kept binging it, obviously. Assassin's Creed 2. I love Assassin's Creed. So I kept playing it, and I got around to like 70%. Whenever it said it saved, I turned it off. I come back to it later, all the way back down to 47%
Mm,
on PC.
yeah. No, it's just the thing because it's like then you get into other games. It's like, for instance, most of like Sega's games post the 2000s worked well on Nintendo like consoles and whatnot, like the Nintendo GameCube, the Nintendo Wii. Like they worked well on those consoles as opposed to on anything Sony or Xbox made.
Oh, do you not buy the PS2 version of Sonic Heroes?
Yeah.
Good
No.
No,
lord.
don't buy the
Oh,
PS2 version of Sonic Heroes, dude. Like,
Good lord.
for my version of Sonic Heroes. No, that's just foul.
Yeah, just don't buy Sonic Heroes at all.
Yeah, ask me how I made that mistake, GameCube.
But the GameCube version was good though.
Oh, it was good though. It was still Sonic Heroes.
uh, like it's a whole thing of like just back in the day it was a thing where it's like if it wasn't an exclusive it was a third party game, but also the third party game a lot of the times consoles didn't matter. But now because technology has been improving and game developers, whether or not by choice or by demand, they have to consider how their ports favor in like pretty much across the board. So every console and device that they're on now has to be optimized for that device. And so a lot of times it's just like the differences between how, for instance, like Stray plays on the Switch and how it plays on PC and how it plays on the PlayStation 4, like it's so minuscule of like differences because all three of them pretty much play the fucking same. They're optimized for those devices.
No, that it's just it's such an unfortunate situation, man, because it's like unless people ever stop trying to pursue cutting edge, we're probably never going to be able to get back to a time where it's like, okay, can we like stop making movies and start making games? And I'm not saying that there isn't any games left that are still games, right? But it's like if you're gonna do a quote unquote movie game, Bro, you better be putting 110% in this and make sure there is a game here. Okay?
You know what the actual problem among everything I'm seeing is not that it's not even that there's just like there is like what you're talking about. It's that, dude, you take a look at what these showcases are actually displaying for games, and you realize just how fucking aggravating it really is. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my wish list on Steam. These are the games that were coming out during the Summer Games Fest and whatnot.
Oh, are we doing, wish list walkthroughs?
Fucking go ahead. Like, literally, what I put up. And these are all games that, among everything else, did not show up at any of the shows. And when we checked. So, just going down my list. God's TV. Poshmar, The Last Reverie. Huppergeist. Duppy Detective Tashia. Roller Girl. Shade Protocol. Blades of Mirage. Truck Kun is Supporting Me from Another World, which looks like a genuinely fun version compared. It looks like a fun knockoff of fucking Crazy Taxi more than anything.
It's literally the meme of send dudes. You mean nudes? No, send dudes. I'm getting jumped.
I'm getting jumped here. Set out.
Kid Bash, Super Legend, 1-3Z, The Zodiac Trials, Memorial Wake, All Our Broken Parts, Wilderlings, The Lost Spring, Eternal Play Sakura, Mariachi Legends, The Witch's Bakery, Hyper Yuki's Snowboard Syndicate, Moonlight Pale, Neverway, and Prove You're Human. Like, all of these games at no point were either announced or showcased at the Game Awards. Hell, like, at another Game Awards, I think for like the Southeast Asian showcase, they showed off No Straight Roads 2. Cut to, why wasn't something like that over here with the Summer Games Fest or State of Play or the Xbox Series S, PC, Windows 11, PS5, PS4, Switch 1, Switch 2, Epic Game Store showcase? You know?
Yeah. By the way, did you see Abyss X-Zero?
No, I didn't see Abyss X-Zero at any of these shows.
No, I mean, did you say that one? Because that's on my list too. Sorry.
Yeah, that's again. Yeah. The thing is, that's been a game that's on my list for a long fucking time.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna go through my entire list, right? I'll just go through my top ones real quick.
Right.
I have Inari, Abyss X-Zero, Shade Protocol. Obviously, I have the Blades of Mirage, Hell Heartbreaker. It's just like there's so many good indie games that look so good right now. There's like Hyper Yuki, Snowboard Syndicate.
Let's see. Mine is rather small by comparison, but it is.
Oh no, I have like over 30 on my list. I just didn't go through them. Yeah.
Like there is.
I didn't go through them all.
Yeah, but my top ones are Mariachi Legends, Inari, Abyss X-Zero, Rig Riot, Ashen Seed, and Hyper Yuki Snowboard Syndicate.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's just like all of those games have, in their own ways, like interesting or unique art styles or actual showcases of gameplay and everything. And what do we see out of so many of these shows? Hey, realism is cool.
It isn't, though.
Hey kids, do you like 20-minute cutscenes?
Do you like homogenized fantasy?
Do you
like remembering the worst times in history for people?
Yeah. Oh man, how did you call out? You can't just call out Kingdom Come Deliverance like that, Arashi.
Fucking watch me.
I'm sick and tired of so many of these like games, these shows showcase not coming out, because a lot of those games on my list are already fantasy games, and they're so fucking interesting to actually take a look at. The problem here is not that, so many fantasy games that are coming out are so bland. The problem is so many of these shows only choose to showcase the same kinds of fantasy games. They have to look realistic. They have to appeal on a historical fictional level. They have to look in a certain way. They have to look realistic. They have to feel realistic, and it's just like you can show those games, but for like shows that are like damn near an hour or even 3 hours, you can't have these little windows where you showcase games available on PC or even coming to PS5 or Xbox even that actually have like genuine good art direction, a unique style in and of itself, and so on and so forth. Hell, one of the most interesting things I saw at the Summer Games Fest was that Sea of Remnants game,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
yeah.
one out of
And
how
that's a
many
free to
games
play
they've
game,
shown.
right?
Yeah, and that's one out of how many games they've shown.
50.
Yeah, I believe that's actually, isn't that out right now for you to know it's not? Okay. I thought that was out right now. My
It's
bad.
releasing out. It's probably gonna be released. Anyway, but yeah, it is just. I'm just getting sick and tired of this same song and dance with these organizations.
It's just, you know what it is, bro? It's just, yeah.
Alright.
And what's it?
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing too. In another timeline, I would be even more pissed off at companies like Capcom. Is it wasn't for the fact that they are fucking killing it with these games.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
They
Yeah,
really
Dragon Lore was realistic, but the realism served its purpose, you
which
know?
fun fact? Out of all the games Jackoff Neely showed at the Summer Games Fest is like, oh yeah, here's all the games that gamers bought and everything. Like early on in
It
2026,
wasn't there.
that
It
was
wasn't
not there. Resident Evil
Vampire
9
Crawlers
was
was
in
there.
place of it.
Do you feel like that's just so he doesn't have to deal with the weirdos that, like, have a cultural war on this game for some reason?
No, I think it's because he just doesn't like kids.
He just doesn't he just doesn't care.
He just doesn't like kids.
But yeah, that's not true. He shows Fortnite every show. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You can show me this image at all, and be like, "Oh, what's it from? Oh, that's from that Sea of Remnants game, right?" Because
Right?
it's so easily discernible.
Yeah, it is.
You could shoot. That's the problem that I struggle with. But if I showed you freaking like Lords of the Fallen, and then I forget what the other game was, pick one, and it's like
there was a Naughty Dog game coming out that was like, oh yeah, you're on another planet.
yeah, and there's
No,
robots.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what else? Oh. That's when the cocaine dried up for you. Okay, he just woke up. Okay, on another planet, a robot. Oh man, I ran out.
And here's look, I'm expecting 100% expecting like look, I just want to see more of these indie games and whatnot that are because a lot of these games are just AAA that are being showcased, especially at the Summer Games Fest. I want a lot more indie games to get a chance to shine. And I know the defense here is going to be like, well, if you want a spot to show your commercial or your advertisement at the Summer Games Fest, you need money. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like the Super Bowl. Okay, I get that. But here's the thing. Summer Games Fest, among everything else, is like... I think it partially, in a lot of way, like, Steam, I think, also kind of, like, sponsors these and whatnot.
Yeah,
you're telling me Steam can't have this, like, corner, like, 2 or 3 commercials where it's like, hey, in celebration of the Summer Games Fest, here are some games that we're coming out with made by indie game devs. Here's games with black voices in it. Here's games made by women developers. And so on and so forth. And here's certain shit.
Do you know what my problem with it really is at the end of the day? It's that Jeff Keighley always introduces this show as if it's all-encompassing, but it's really just AAA. He literally introduces the show every time with Welcome to Summer's Game Fest or Welcome to the Game Awards. Here we adore games created by everyone from everywhere, from all walks of life. No, you don't. It's AAA.
Stop acting like you're E3. Stop acting like you're E3.
It's AAA. It's AAA. You only care about AAA games.
Just call it
that's
AAA
fine.
Games Fest.
Just be
and-
honest.
Yeah, just call it AAA Games Fest, and we'll leave it the fuck alone.
But no, you won't do that, so you got to keep getting on you about it.
Also, that was the. I just remember what the other one was, Sozo. It was that one of the Dawn Walker game that started in modern
yeah,
day
the one where
with
it's like you had a fucking
And
Amazon
I was-
driver coming in.
And I was like, oh, dude, that's cool. It's like a vampire game set in modern day, and then he goes back to the 1300s for no reason. I'm like, so what's
What
the
the fuck
point
is
of
the
the
point of
modern
that?
day segment? Yeah, it's the point of the modern day segment.
Yeah, like, and then just everything else, but it is like, I will say though, that show definitely was on some level. It's like almost like an inverse of last year's Game Awards, because I remember for like a lot of the
At
announcements
least
for
stuff happens.
yeah, for Game Awards for the most part last year, it was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. We're getting like Covenant the Chicken Foot. Like those games look actually pretty neat. And then the last announcement is like, what the fuck are we doing? We got a Divinity announcement, dude. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing?
They literally sidelined Divinity for High Guard, bro.
Right.
The people who made Baldur's Gate 3 got sidelined
I
for a
know.
freaking hero shooter.
And then cut to this, it's like, last announcements, we're getting a Street Fighter Year 4. I'm like, okay, nice character. That character was initially in the game, but it's good to see he's playable. Holy shit, we're getting Tifa. To which, to quote that, I'm going to throw in that Aru stream just the
Very
fuck Tekken! Street Fighter's where it's at!
What? Who's that girl? Yes, man!
God! Ah, fuck Tekken! Fuck Tekken! Street Fighter's where it's at! Street Fighter's where it's at! Oh my god!
Yeah, and then not only that, followed up immediately by a very extended look at
Yeah,
Final Fantasy
FF7
Part 3.
Part 3, which I found another streamer who was just like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, you know, you guys at Final Fantasy and fans and whatnot, you get like a remake every single year. It's just like, is this necessary? It's just like,
You can just say it's Angry Joe. So you can just say it's Angry Joe.
it's actually, it was actually Alicia X's life.
I don't know, dog. I feel like you guys get a remake every like year or two.
Isn't this the wait? This is still Final Fantasy VII, the remake or the remake or whatever. But this is like the third part of it.
Yeah.
Golly, dude.
It feels weird to have that as your final thing of the night,
Revelation.
right?
Jeff
Nah,
never
I
fails
think,
to
I think
disappoint.
it was really big. I'm not surprised.
But I feel like
I'm
it
surprised
was
I'm surprised it wasn't a Sony.
I'm truly delighted to unveil
More so it's
Final
like,
Fantasy VII
if it's a third
Revelation,
part,
which is launching simultaneously on
it's not
all
a surprise to people,
platforms.
right?
No, I'm shocked by that. This is the last spot.
And
Then
we've
again,
only been able to
Highguard had the
come
last
this
spot.
far, thanks to every single one of you who continue to believe in the story.
Others that really hates Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, the dude likes Man of Steel. I think we know what he prefers.
It's
you know what?
literally
Why not?
across the street.
It's
It's literally across the street.
great.
That's the what. You know what? That line's funny because he didn't like it. Doug Walker wrote that line.
Yeah, that's right.
It's literally across the street. Oh gosh.
Whatever. It's a Street Fighter when the Tekken tries to step up.
But yeah, literally. It's literally across the street.
But that does bring into an interesting conversation regarding.
We got Yujiro, guys. Please love us. Please care
So,
about us.
Okay, let's
good.
talk about
This
that
is
because
good.
I came up with this analogy like just the other day, and I want to see if it resonates. Let's say you got two restaurants across the street from each other, which is a great segue into this allegory.
Food analogy.
So one, you got one of them is like, say, one of the left is Tekken 8, and one of the right is Street Fighter 6. Now, both of them have their own like meals and whatnot. They have their own like stuff on the menu and everything. But a lot of people are just going to them. More people are kind of going over to Tekken 8's restaurant and everything. And you hear in the back somebody saying, you know, like, because like they're saying like, hey, would you want to see anything on our menu? Like, just curious, like adding submissions. And then you have this one dude in the back who's just kind of minding his business, just like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, French toast would go hard at this restaurant. And then other people are coming like, yeah, you know what? We want French toast. Let's get French toast. Hey, can we get French toast? And nothing is heard from the restaurant much and anything. Time goes by, and come like December, 1 month, you get a new item on the menu, and you look at it and like, oh, it's Belgian waffles. Now, Belgian waffles are pretty good. They're not bad and anything, and like hell, it opens new people to new like actual menu items and everything, and like, hey, this could be cool and everything. But my God, we still did ask for French toast among everything. We wanted this, and people are still angry. Like, hey, can we get French toast? We want French toast. We want French toast. And people, little by little, are kind of leaving, and they're going over to the SF6 restaurant. But some people are just sticking by at the Tekken 8 restaurant, hoping that maybe, just maybe, we can get French toast. And they are announcing a new, among everything, they're announcing a new item on the restaurant. German bratwurst. I'm like, oh, okay, like German bratwurst is really
unique.
cool.
Right.
That's yeah, it's okay. All right, that's nice. And then you also hear in the back, hey, did you hear they're rearranging the staff? Yeah, the head chef, he kind of left to make his own restaurant, and some of the other people followed him along with him. And it's like, oh, so the idea of like getting French toast by that chef is no longer possible. And then you leave, and you're just like, I mean, I could go over to the Street Fighter 6 restaurant, but it's just like, won't I just be setting myself up for disappointment? I don't want to do that again. You're walking by both restaurants one day, and you see on the Street Fighter restaurant, hey, we have French toast. What? You guys have, what the fuck? How is this even possible? And then you listen to the chefs in the kitchen. It's like, dude, what did you do to get this possible? And they say, oh, it was actually pretty easy, honestly. There wasn't really much pushback or anything. Like, we just asked. We just asked, and we just got it and everything. We did, we did have to trade some things every so often, but hey, I mean, people like French toast, and we're getting a bunch of our customers, so I think it's a win-win among everything else. And now you have people over at the Tekken 8 restaurants like, oh, dude, what the fuck is the problem? I mean, we got German bratwurst, we got Belgian waffles. I mean, why do they have that we don't have? French toast. That's cool and everything, but I still want the French toast. That is, I think, here is the general idea with so many people playing these games, is like, yes, among everything else, even if Tekken has its problems, even if Harada and co left and everything, sure, it can still be a decent game. But, dude, people are going to Street Fighter 6 because they got Tifa. And even if Tekken 8 gets Tifa, like, why would they just go buy Tekken 8 or the DLC again when Street Fighter 6 already had the character to begin with?
I have a question. Excuse me, waiter. I have a question. Why does my French toast have a freaking F rack?
Sorry, man.
We gotta put emphasis on the French.
Why does my French toast have an accent here?
Well, actuality, I'm gonna lead you on a little secret. It was actually prepared by Italians.
Oh,
see, that makes sense. That makes way more sense.
Don't Google that. Don't Google that.
No, Google Tifa at the Italian 7. I must spread the knowledge.
So I don't know how many of their fans are children.
Fuck 'em. if they're 6 years old, they're old enough to watch the Amazing Digital Circus.
No, he makes a fair point.
He's 6 years old. He's a man.
You know what the situation really could be boiled down to, Sozo?
I would treat you so much better than those shit fucks down the street.
Down the street.
Oh my god.
My gosh, I love it so much. So yeah, so obviously here's the thing, right? Just to get it back on topic a little bit, and I know with like our ADD, ADHD, freaking autism, we go off the rails so far. But like, here's the thing. Oh, I'm being summoned.
Again? You must away again?
Here's the thing, and then she just says nothing.
That's all she did.
Here's the thing, disconnects from call.
I wasn't kidding.
I was making jokes where it was just like, here's the thing, and then you just disconnect call.
No. Oh wait, here was the thing, right? Just literally a case of oh my god, no, I lost my train of thought, dude.
We were talking about we were talking about the whole Street Fighter 6 ordeal with Tifa earlier.
Oh yeah, well I remember now. To get us a little bit back more on topic for about the gaming showcases.
Right.
I'm really happy that we got to see Kingdom Hearts 4, and it looks awesome. I don't know why they're still messing with us about our release date.
You know what it is, and I've here's my theory, and I'm just gonna say this right now. Also, this also adds into what was happening with Street Fighter 6. People are saying, "Oh my god, the leaks of Tifa being in the game are real." No, they weren't. They were educated guesses. They were all educated guesses. Unless it is directly from the people who make the game, it's all educated guesses. It's never like, unless you're a hacker, it's never like based on information. Because here's the thing, right? Tifa being in the game was the only thing that was correct. We didn't get Hagar. We didn't get Vega. We didn't get any of those characters.
Oh no, you could have played the clip of famous YouTuber Maximilian Dude right
we
here.
are so fucking we're so fucking cunt. Cut to, bro. What about Tekken?
Bro, what? I don't see no freaking Vega, dog! Bosch? Dude, 2 new characters and Bosch? Dude, we're so cooked. Everyone was wrong. Brother, we're so cooked. We're so fucking cooked. What about Tekken? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Among everything else, it's like the only reason why I think that quote-unquote leak was true among everything is because of Tekken 8. Because everyone was like, hey, we want Tifa in Tekken 8. Well, they weren't given Tifa in Tekken 8, so what would it make more sense? Would it make more sense to, like, bring up some more Street Fighter characters, or say, hey, they're bringing a new collab character for this next year, and it's gonna be Tifa, the character everybody wants in a fighting game.
Right.
And the fact that, again, after
People have
hearing...
been asking for her since Tekken 7, right?
Dude, yeah, I think so. And also, I think the last fighting game she was in was, like, Dead Fantasy. That was years ago.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but this, whenever I hear Dead Fantasy, I have to.
Yep.
I can't hold it back. It's just so funny.
I gotta let the demons out.
Dead Fantasy was such a stupid game. It really was, dude.
I mean, like, the fact that I 100% know that nobody's gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about says so much about it. Anyway, But here's the thing, like, with Tifa being announced and everything, like, I 100% think it was just done so that the people who make these quote-unquote leaks can just get more eyes and more attention on it. It's the same thing with, the Wuthering Waves and Cyberpunk collab. Everybody was saying, oh yeah, like, Rebecca and Lucy are gonna be in it, which was already given information. That was just a given. But people were gonna say, oh, like, Rebecca is gonna be a dark user. She turned out to be an electric user. It's just like, so on and so forth, yada yada yada. But it's just like, leaks are always, 99% of the time, always are just educated guesses and just shots in the dark. It's like, literally, you want to know my leak? Before I saw the state of play, I was like, yeah, man, wouldn't it be crazy if we got the Onimusha release date at the state of play? Got their Onimusha release date at state of play. What was my basis on this? Fucking nothing. I just took a shot in the dark. But my leak was real. You know what I mean? And here's the thing.
I said it.
It said that it was gonna come out, and I wrote it, so it must be right.
It must be right.
Oh, no, it's very right.
Future, he lets it go to his head.
But ultimately, when it comes to, I think, to wrap it back around to the whole thing with Kingdom Hearts 4, because that's where I was going with this. I feel like it's if they are doing something very similar to what Capcom is doing. So, you already know, the entire time I have been like, when the fuck are we getting that Onimusha release date? I need that Onimusha release date. But they had been coming out with Resident Evil 9. They've been coming out with Pragmata. They were also coming out with, like, Mega Man Dual Override, but that was 2027. And this was coming, and Onimusha was coming out 2026. So it's like, okay, maybe they're waiting for, I don't know, part 3 of the original trilogy to get remastered. I don't know. But a couple of months after Pragmata gets released and it goes through its sale period, then they finally announce the launch date. So my thought process is, they want to wait until Square Enix gets to release part 3 of Final Fantasy VII, and then announce the launch date of Kingdom Hearts. That's my thought process.
Well, there's also the very, very credible running theory right now that Disney is going to show it off at D23 this year. Which is their big fan event thing, but they're definitely gonna show it at the very end. That way, everybody doesn't leave again like they did in 2015.
Now watch them show it at the beginning.
Yeah,
show it at the beginning and everybody just leaves. Hey guys, there's still like 90 minutes of everything else. No, that's all I was here for.
And partially, let's be real, that is on Disney, because let's be real, first party stuff exclusive. What are they doing that people are excited? Not talking about, like, other stuff that they own, not talking about, like, Marvel, not talking about, like, oh, like, here's something owned by 20th Century Fox. Now, what are they doing first party, in-house, that people are excited for?
Well, the last thing they did was Wish.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, that went about as well as you'd expect.
Yeah. And they also had an anime come out, but I really don't know how many people actually bothered with it.
That was an anime?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was about to say they had an anime come out.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason why I know this because I'm a fan of Sayu. And he voices in that, so you can imagine the wrong reactions there.
Stop taking all the hot ones.
No.
Your chat's next. Don't blame me. Yeah, I 100% feel like it is going to be that case of, like, in like 2027, likely we are going to be getting after Final Fantasy VII goes to its date, at probably the next Nintendo Direct, we're going to be likely getting a launch date, or at the very least, a range of time, like quarter insert blank here for 2028 or something. You know, something like that. Which, speaking of which, Yeah, so let's talk about fucking Persona.
Here we go.
Not.
So
Can we
no,
not?
let's be real. We're gonna have to talk about it because if we don't say something, one,
Somebody's gonna say, why don't you guys talk about Persona?
If we don't say it here, we're not gonna have a chance to say it anywhere. So we might as well vent about it here, and then I don't know. If you want to post it in the usual, I'll clip it. If you want to post it in the fucking usual place about Persona, that's fine.
Address the elevator cloud.
Oh, you guys are dressing an elephant?
By the way, that's gonna be part of part 3, and I guarantee you those Arab fans are gonna be mad.
Oh, are they not already?
Well, I
mean,
know
their favorite is dead.
I know one who's delusional right now, so.
Hey, look, it's not our fault he fucks dead bodies, okay? Look.
I thought Terry Reese's Tifa is better than Arab.
Tifa doesn't fucking die. But honestly,
I mean, to be fair, she's also got better rank too.
Well, we know what we like, okay?
I'm
actually more into butts.
Same. Anyway,
so Persona 4. Okay, so
yeah, you're a sexually charged conversation. Let's immediately talk about Japanese high schools.
I mean, we're talking about the game that everyone makes porn out of with one particular character.
Oh right, I forgot. There's an entire dungeon in Persona 4 where it's about strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally
that's the point.
Boss is a stripper.
The boss is a stripper, and that's the fucking point.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Is it's not supposed to. You're not supposed to enjoy this. It's supposed to be creepy and uncomfortable.
It's supposed to be depraved and like genuinely unsettling. It's supposed to be borderline obscene. Borderline obscene.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's supposed to be creaky and uncomfortable because nothing else in this game is like that.
Hell, the sound effects in that fucking boss fight are genuinely uncomfortable.
So gross.
Yeah, it's
so gross. It's so sticky and wet. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys go.
But among everything else, it's just like I am not excited for Persona 4 Revival because, like, I don't know about you, Arashi, but between me and Smug, I have actually played P3 Reload. I know where this series is headed.
I have not played Reload, but I can harbor a feeling.
If you want to know more or less what Persona 4 Revival is going to be, just get P3 Reload.
Did you think, let me put it this way, Arashi, did you think Persona 5 Royal was too difficult?
No, because
it was pretty fucking easy.
Then guess what? The remakes are even easier.
Okay, where's Satan again? God, fucking.
Oh, Satan can't help you. Satan can't help you now.
No, I don't. I got it. What I'm saying is, I'd rather play Digital Devil Saga.
Oh, Satan can't help you now.
Fuck.
It's not where you're going.
Not where you're going.
But
oh, how many Christians did I just take off with that joke?
I don't know. Let's ask Jaden Animations.
Got him.
But
I still love trying to power scale bait. He's a temple.
The people crucified Jesus, Schlatt. They live in the desert. It's literally a desert, the harshest environment. No, go someplace cold, which is exactly why Lion Jacket.
A lion jacket.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, back on topic.
But among everything else, it's like Persona 4 Revival is just like it's this like a problem I had with Persona 3 Reload was that the combat was way too fucking easy. Fusion spells had no actual cost to them, and they became applied to everybody. So, and on top of that, they still also had their elemental typing. So if you use them on enemies with that kind of weakness, it still hit, and it added for more damage, which just made the game that much more fucking easier. Next to that,
Which is crazy, yeah.
Yeah, next to that, they added in a new mechanic, which I don't even recall if it was from Portable or not, but I imagine it was new. But it's this new mechanic where it's like, oh yeah, we have these little fragments that you collect. You go to this clock, and you can also, like, revitalize everyone's energy and stamina. And also, you can skip grinding for party members that aren't in your party.
Holy hell.
Yeah. No, I'm not even kidding. One of your team members can literally be like level 10 and you could be like level 50. You could just boost them up to that much. It's so fucking why.
Why though?
Oh no.
It's so fucking easy.
I don't know why that got me so bad. I am so sorry.
Girl. And then you cut to Metaphor being one of the, like, understanding how difficulty in a game like this should fucking work. And it's
Metaphor
like...
kick your teeth in, bro. Even if you're prepared, even if you're leveled, it will kick your teeth in.
The only reason why I would bother buying this is just to write a review. It's Metaphor without the quality.
It's Metaphor without the heart. There you go. It's Metaphor without the heart.
It's...
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. Can I talk about... First off, about Persona 6, by the way, and how this teaser trailer is not making it to the final
I'm
product.
sorry, you mean the logo they totally did not in any way, shape, or form rip off of DC?
No, from DC.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely didn't
And the
steal
fact
that
that
from DC.
the current rumor right now, is that it's going to be based around, like, urban legends and whatnot, which is more akin to what Persona fucking 2 was doing.
Well, you know what they say, when in doubt.
So what I'm hearing is Persona 6 is just Persona 2 remake.
For now.
Imagine if Persona 6 is just like a bait and switch and it's really Persona Trinity Soul, the game adaptation.
Oh, I can't wait for people to fucking hate that.
People would freaking lose their minds and it would be so funny.
Like,
but here's the thing, dude. The imagery of the teaser trailer actually looks cool. It is not making it to the final product, dude.
No, they don't. Look back at the announcement and see how many consoles they're coming out with, and I guarantee you, like, maybe one of them is gonna stick. And the reason why I say that is because one of them is gonna be Steam.
Yeah. Here's you know what's interesting about that? Xbox Series S and X, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steam, PS5, no Switch 2. There's no Switch 2 announcement. That's so weird to me. I don't know why they would randomly skip out on one of the consoles.
I wonder why.
I know, I'm just saying, I really don't know. Yeah, it's just, that's my gripe.
Yeah.
With Persona 6 right now, is this teaser trailer looks really cool, but none of this cool imagery is going to make it into the game.
Let's add on to this for a sec. You can keep talking though.
And here's the thing, if it is, it's gonna be so watered down, sanitized, and overdone, like Persona 5's nonsense was.
I was just bringing it up.
I did it. Persona 5. I did it. It sucks, but guys, we're not at a disadvantage. Every single adult we deal with is on our side.
Yeah. Okay.
Not all adults suck.
Looking at it, right?
Yeah.
The official Persona 5 teaser came out in 2014. And it was the chair one. Which this actually, like, similar to P6, this had a pretty cool actual visual to it. Which I also realized, unlike that one, we didn't get credits for who was making this one for P6. Yeah, You're a Slave, Want Emancipation. This was the actual just fucking teaser.
Also, did you notice? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This was back when the game was still about a bunch of juvenile delinquents in a correctional school.
Yeah.
This was not
2015
supposed to...
for the PlayStation 3 system.
Yeah, this was not... Yeah, this was not supposed to be the freaking really upbeat, cheery, weird game we got. Because I know what people are going to say. Yeah, well, what about the Shio scene? Isn't there some dark stuff? And there's no dark stuff in this game. It's so surface level. It's so surface level, dude. Like, oh, I don't know.
And then they
like,
had
Persona
a
5,
second and then they had a second teaser, which I think this was more akin to what they were actually doing.
You watch the freaking intro of the final product, dude, and it has none of the freaking menace that the first trailer had.
Yeah.
The first teaser.
It had mystery, but it was all style.
No substance.
Like, even this teaser, I would argue, actually has a lot more, like... It genuinely feels a lot more, like, oh my god, like, what are they actually going to be doing for this?
It does, because you know what? This might be one of the other versions of the game.
Yeah.
Don't forget, there was 3 different versions of this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking... Dude. Sorry.
And we're still convinced that one of these versions was Metaphor.
That's not the first one,
Metaphor,
actually.
one of the versions was Strikers.
The reason I feel...
Back in the day, still saying coming 2015.
I'm going to say heresy, right? Okay, and I'm sorry for people that like it. God, I really do hate the music in this game.
Here's the thing, I don't mean
that as in it's bad. I feel like if you wanted to tell a dark story that is like, you know, taking crap seriously, you can't freaking have smooth jazz and like wild swinging numbers, you know?
Here's the thing, among everything else, is that jazz is not a bad genre of music to do with this, because it's focused around actual, like, it's transferring suffering and actual, like, pain into music. It's like the blues. Yeah, but by the time, like, we got the E3 trailer, like, it was more along the lines of, like, what we got actually nowadays. And, like, yeah, it looks cool, but it was intended to be, like, this dark, mysterious, like, even, you could argue, even morbid kind of, like, vibe it was going off.
That's what I'm getting at, is this music would be really cool if the vibe of the story fit it. If you went more with the thief angle than you did
you know what? Oh my
humanity.
God, dude! Like, as much as I love Shoji Meguro, he could have really here. Let me pull up one of my favorite jazz tracks from an anime that actually is really dark.
Like it feels like the jazz they chose for this game does not fit, dude. This is really like way too upbeat and like swing for me to actually be like, by the way, guys, our classmate just tried to commit suicide after she was sexually assaulted. Yeah. You know, like, what the fuck?
This game, like, okay, so I pulled up the Death Parade OST, and this is just one of the songs. Very jazz track. It's focused around the idea of purgatory and the afterlife. Like, this is just the tone they were setting. But just imagine hearing this every time you came back to the cafe.
Yeah, see, this is more of what I feel. Like, that's the other thing. For as dark as this game wants to try to be, There's way too much calming music in this.
Yeah,
there's way too much
calming music. There's way too much
have-
lighthearted moments.
Yeah, you have way too many safe spaces that feel like you're actually isolated. Freaking Sozo-sha starts out hating your guts, and by like 5 hours in, you're like his kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's a sudden shift.
It's just like I feel like, and this is where I feel is going to be the problem with Persona 6 is we are going to get it's almost going to be ironic.
It's gonna clash.
It's going to be ironic because its focus is around showing a bunch of like gravestones and whatnot. It's like in the dark of night and everything. Cool.
It's gonna be like pop music.
It is. I look. Okay. I'm saying it right now. It's great that it is great that I just brought up this fucking anime because this is one of the tracks I was pulling up, which funny enough actually has a speech later on that samples from Jim Jones himself, which is kind of in its own a morbid note towards what this game is or what the series is about.
In the New Testament, it's very evidently clear on the day of Pentecost
that you allow me the uninterrupted time on my telephone.
Don't you tell me, you silly people, that it can't happen to us. The Japanese own the great section of
I could gladly work in a society without this.
Harry, you don't know where I'm at. You couldn't possibly know where I'm at. That's too damn well.
Very
He wants you to buy everything he advertises on TV, so he'll keep you from actually owing your soul to the company store. You're not free.
Like, that automatically sets the tone for what a series is. Now,
unsettling.
Yeah,
that is good though.
Now, it is great that I brought in Death Parade, because you know what Persona 6's opening is gonna be?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. It is, dude.
It's just gonna be the fucking opening to Death Parade. That's what it's gonna be, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, this is so awesome and everything. It's just like, no, that's not. But here's the thing, right? The opening to Death Parade, it was intentionally subversive. It was intentionally like trying to be like, oh, this is gonna be a fun anime, just to trick you and make you realize, no, this is incredibly like existential.
Here's the thing, okay? Let me set the scene for you, okay?
Right.
It's a bunch of gravestones, right? Our protagonist has literally just been shot, and he wakes up in the afterlife, right? And then the intro starts.
Tsunamori, I love you!
Yeah, literally. Like, protagonist just got shot in the back of the head by the freaking mafia.
Let me see if I can't find it. Like, it's just... Yeah. You just get shot, and opening comes up. And you just have the Lucky Star opening.
Yeah, just like, that is the, and the record, I know we've said this a million times. We don't hate Persona 5.
We just hate you. Yeah, if you are genuinely, like, mad at us for criticizing this even in the slightest, dude, you're the problem, and you need to fix it.
Yeah, if you also say, if you just got mad at me just saying that, you're the problem. You're who I'm talking to.
Yeah, amongst everything else, like, and here's the thing, is that a lot of people, when they're first seeing this, is like, oh man, this kind of looks like SMT. I would kind of hope that the SMT writers would come in from Persona.
So,
that'd be such a curveball, though.
Like, that would actually, like, if you want to actually prove us wrong, like, by all means, get people who can actually, like, among everything, like, turn the tables on what Persona could be. Like,
can I give one of my dearest hopes that I would love for to happen? I would love, and this is completely unprompted, right? Because every time they do it, it's so freaking obvious.
Right.
I would love our social link that even make it, screw it, make it one of the romance options. You get to the end of the social link, right?
Right.
You're together, whatever, you're happy. Later on, that person turns out to be the villain or the traitor. That would be so interesting to me.
Like, you know what also did that? Trinity Soul.
Yeah.
Like, it actually had one of the members of the group be the traitor.
Yeah, it's literally, they literally make it so obvious too, and then they're like, hey, look, in the royal release, you can, social link with Adachi. Isn't that fun, guys? I mean, listen, there's nothing suspicious here, right? Like, you can social link, Akechi. Nothing weird there, even though you've already played this game. You know, it's just, it's so freaking annoying.
Yeah, I had ideas a while back for like a fan made game of that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I will give the edge to Persona 4 in this regard because, oh yeah, spoiler alert, by the way, if you didn't guess who it was, it is Adachi.
Yeah,
this game's like 20 years old.
Spoiler alert, the dude in Who Framed Roger Rabbit that looks like an evil guy is the villain.
Who the fucking thought?
But that's the thing, is that Persona 4, they literally, I mean, maybe I'm just retarded? I'm sorry, you can't say that. That's gonna get us canceled. Maybe I'm just stupid.
You have no idea how retarded I am.
Only the truly retarded survive.
Let me handle this. Hey, you! You have no idea how retarded I am.
Show me.
Maybe that's just it, man. Maybe I'm not smart, right? But I didn't see the very first time I played it blind, Adachi's twist coming, okay? I saw from a mile away freaking Akechi's twist coming, and then people try to defend that by, that's not the point. It's still crappy writing. It doesn't matter if it was intentionally crappy, you know?
Yeah. Like, I had all these different ideas, and this is like, I don't know how long, I have the doc pulled up, it's just like, when exactly was like the last time I worked with this?
Welcome to the Gaming Showcase podcast. What would you rant about Persona for 2 hours?
Literally the I mean, at very least I will say this, it's not Persona 5. Yet.
I have been talking about it heavily, though. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because it is genuinely, among everything else, for better or worse, it is one of the biggest announcements over the week. That we're finally getting a Persona 6 series, and finally people can finally shut the fuck up about it.
I can't wait to see people turn on Persona 5 instantly, all of a sudden, because Persona 6 is the new thing, and then see the Persona fan zealots be upset that more people are making fun of their game.
So, I just want to talk about sort of like the different ideas that I like more or less jotted down in my own time and everything. It's just like, hey, this could actually be interesting, or this could be interesting to see in a like a Persona 6 tie-in. Like, I mean, if I can find it, I actually had like actually had art commissioned of an OC that I was gonna make for the game and everything. But
here's the thing. I don't mean to interrupt you. Sorry. Here's my question about Persona 5 or Persona 6. Do you think they're gonna milk this as hard as 5 and 4?
Absolutely.
Or do you think that they
absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.
You think that there's gonna be like the Strikers game, the Dancing Starlight game, the whatever.
It's going to be milked without a shadow of a doubt, dude. It is going to be milked.
But here's the thing: do you think this is just where I'm at right now? It's because I don't really know. Right? Well, to be fair, we don't know anything about this game other than it exists, right? Yeah. I don't know, man. Because after everybody's fatigue with 5, are you sure I'm not gonna see a pattern after the fatigue with 4? I'm like, I'm done with this.
I mean,
you know, it's happened like twice now. I mean, technically Persona 3 was a little milked, but not as bad as 4 and 5.
It's an inevitability.
I'm not talking about the inevitability of it. I'm just talking about whether you think it's going to be as successful at it or not.
I think that here's the thing: unless Persona 6 characters end up in the next Smash, I don't think it's going to be a success. I think that's what kicked everything off the way it did.
I think that's what exploded 5's popularity was, my crap, this guy looks awesome. I want to play the game he's from, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what people got. And that's among everything else, the reason why I think the music originally in the game is so fucking overplayed and overdone.
It's so funny, dude, because you play Smash Brothers, and Joker has more of a personality in that game than he does in his mainline entry.
Yeah.
People bought this game expecting a Smash character, and they're like, what the heck? This guy's just like a silent protagonist loser? What are we... What the heck?
Yeah.
I was playing this from Xander Mobus.
Arguably got more of a paycheck from Smash than Persona 5 for his voice acting.
Yeah.
How many, like, here's the thing, I've looked up in the past his dialogue lines, 98% of it I think is not even in the fucking game.
Nope.
Oh man, it's like Tony Todd doing all the Venom voice work, and then Insomniac used like 1% of it.
Yeah. So, okay,
Well,
so...
why the heck would you hire Tony Todd and then not use him, bro? That's like hiring Michael Jackson and be like, I need to stand over there real quick. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, you're in the way. Stand over there right quick.
Okay, so...
Like, don't perform.
Okay, so among everything else, this was like the potential, like, this is just the potential characters, just jot some of these down and everything. Like, I don't know, the names were just kind of placeholder, but this was just the idea I was going for at the time of just like, what could Persona 6 be focused on? And
I do like Kodak Arano.
Yeah, that was, if you get it, no you don't. So,
dude, that is Fear on Others is so funny. God damn though.
Yeah. But my idea here was like, focus on more around this being fear, but have it be more personal fear like phobias. So, like, the main character I was gonna have them be sort of androgynous until their awakening, which I was just gonna actually have, in my mind, a voice actress who was gonna kick in during their awakening, which, the awakening in my mind was literally having their mouth sewn shut and then taking a knife and slitting it wide open. And then their reveal of who they actually are is just them, Light Yagami style, maniacally laughing, and then just frozen in place as two hands just jump out of their mouth and rip apart their entire body as it bursts into flames. I wanted to go balls to the wall graphic with it. Like,
you know what the crazy thing is, Sozo? That fits an M-rated game.
Yeah, among everything else that does.
That's my other issue.
Yeah, like, her character, like, the character I was focused on was gonna be a character that had a history of domestic abuse and, like, judgments on her physical appearance. I was gonna make her persona the slit-mouth woman.
Yeah. Here's the thing about half of these characters, dude. These feel like characters I would see in Metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Persona. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, I know, and that's where I'm like, I really feel like if Metaphor ever decides to do this, hey, I'm just saying, if the Metaphor devs look at this and they're like, hey, can we use some of these characters for your ideas? Dude, like, by all means, just send me a check in the mail for royalties, I'll be good. Like, one of the characters, their persona was Brushogun, which is a full-on reference to Teen Titans' own Eldritch horror creature of an artist that became cursed of his own art and was able to create it through, like, his own blood or whatever. Like,
yeah. Also, here's the other cool thing I noticed about this list, right?
Yeah.
There's everyone seems like they have their own freaking their own, I don't want to say agenda, right? But they have their own purpose.
Yeah.
You know, for being part of the group. It's not just, hey, you also had a sucky, like, adult figure in your life You should join the team.
Yeah, here's the thing about it too, is I had like even further idea because
bonding over trauma, yeah.
I wanted to play more with the idea that personas were their own individuals, kind of like Persona 4, but more going to the idea of like, yeah, if you treat them like tools, they will give you the same treatment as well. I wanted to treat them with the idea that they can just control the user if they so desire.
You talked about this at length for how cool this would be, dude.
Yeah.
Because I know what the first instinct would be. People would be like, oh, that's JoJo. No, it's not. JoJo stands are not sentient. They're not sentient.
The only exception I could think of was part 3, but even then, it was just acting out on its own behalf. It was like killing JoJo's mom.
Yeah.
But that was it.
It's just, here's the thing, dude. If you make the personas like, let me draw the comparison here, right? If you make the personas like freaking the like Venom, like a symbiote in their head that also has a personality, also has a conscious and talks to them, that'll be so freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, because in its own way, this is an improvement of the other ones, which is like, especially in 5, they only exist for the awakening. They only exist.
Or Sig.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Sig talks to you, and it's like, oh man, that's awesome, Marie. Is he actually gonna be just like around for like, you know, the guided
like 2 or 3 dialogue moments, and that's it.
Yeah. So it's so stupid, and it's like you wasted the potential there. There's so much potential.
Yeah, and I had this idea of like a Persona user that was genuinely like suicidal, and you could actually save her, but it would have been incredibly difficult because otherwise she would have ended up like taking her own life or something like. And that also added into the whole thing of like, what if there was a possibility that party members, if you tried to rescue them or whatnot, they could just like die if you wanted to kill them. Like, and how would the story go from that direction? Like, that's the idea.
That's the other thing, is that I feel like would be such a very interesting idea for this game. Also, not just having people die, your choices should actually matter, bro. I shouldn't be able to talk trash to you to your face 24/7, and you still think we're best friends. At some point, you have to freaking flip the switch and turn traitor on me. You know, or else I just think you're a doormat.
Hell, the villain of the story, like, okay, so the whole concept of the world was just gonna be a dreamscape. Like, you know, like, you can, if you can think of it, it can just manifest into a dreamscape.
Is this also part of the asylum idea that we were talking about, or is that a different one we have on file?
Maybe that's a different
idea
on file, but like
I know we were talking about like an asylum,
either a mental asylum. I was also thinking of like something along the lines of a hospital too. Like that could also work. But yeah, like something along that idea. And then there was also this idea for a villain, which again I didn't really have. I'm just spitballing, but the idea was just this guy who fell in love with a girl when they were in like high school and post high school, because I wanted this to focus on outside of high school. They started having a relationship. The girlfriend ended up being pregnant, and the villain of the story was someone who took a look around their society and realized that things were wrong. Like there was like a lot of crimes going around, and people that were being arrested and put to trial were apparently being let free or being bailed out. And it was just like, and he even tried upon himself to go to the authorities himself, and it just was not working. And it was a story where it's like I was gonna have him reach to the like this core of a dreamscape where it's like if you destroy it, you destroy the dreamscape, and it was tied into how like similar to the Dark Hour, how the dreamscape has always been there, and it's side by side and so on. And he was just with, if I destroy the dreamscape, possibly it could help some things. But when he placed upon his hand on it, he had the vision of like the worst case scenario where the world was going to shit, like everyone was like being beaten up, riots were occurring, and even his own like fiance was in danger of actually being like attacked and raped and murdered. And he didn't know what to do with that, so that vision is what motivated him to become basically the equivalent of a Batman, where what he would do was he had the ability to take people into the dreamscape by knocking them the fuck out, like actually, and then just putting them into this one box where they're tortured for days in and days out until they actually confess their crimes.
Sort of like Jigsaw, right?
Kind of
you
like
don't
basically.
appreciate life. Yeah, so you don't appreciate life. So I'm going to make you realize what a gift it is.
Yeah, like that's the focus I wanted to work with, and the whole idea was just like the whole idea was just in and of itself playing with the very abstract concept of fear, because he thinks of it as a vision of the future, but was it really a vision of the future if you just destroyed the dreamscape, or is that his own worst fear, like playing back in his head? Like he doesn't know. And that is where I just like that in and of itself. I think is more like an interesting idea that you could play with, and even along the lines of Morally Grey, because I was also gonna play with the media, because I was also gonna play with the idea that they were framing him for like, oh, he's this serial like mass murderer or whatever that's on the prowl for people late at night, and he's just like targeting them. And they were also gonna, I guess, if I recall, there were gonna be people who were just like, because of it, they were gonna end up in a coma, and when they woke up, they suddenly became a changed person. It's just like, oh yeah, he's the person behind the comatose incidents and everything, and he's and they were gonna, like, the media was gonna frame it as just like, he's targeting helpless, like, innocent people, and it's just like, no, he's targeting people who have like track records of being terrible people and don't seem to change. But the media manipulates it in a way. I was just gonna have a little commentary on that.
Yeah. You know, I did just find it. I did just find what we were talking about earlier about the other one.
Yeah.
Was essentially what we were talking about was there people who awaken to a persona are considered mentally ill because they see all these demons around them and they won't stop screaming about it, right?
Right.
So they're put in the asylum and walked away, you know? And it's like the metaverse was like they escaped into the quote unquote real world to help, you know, people not die. But yeah, it's like a regular raw skeleton, but it seemed interesting. Yeah, if we refined it.
In its own way, you could also play that in the similar vein, like to Amori. How, yeah, you have this adventure with all these different other patients, but then you realize, oh wait, it's all in your fucking head when you're doing this.
Oh, freaking Alice Madness returns.
Yeah, that too. It's just like you could play with this. You could play with this idea of like, because here's the thing, like there are so many other ideas, especially with how dark of a concept Persona can get. You can really just go to town with what you make.
That's what I feel like is the problem here. Ever since 4, is that they've really lost and I don't know how to say this else without making it sound funny, and I apologize. They really have lost the edgy nature of this series. I really don't know how to do
it feels less,
you know?
It feels less
it's sanitized.
It feels less macabre and psychological anymore.
As I said, it feels sanitized.
Yeah.
If you know what it ironically feels like? It ironically is just like the amazing digital circus to I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah, except the difference there is like in that there's
more for good.
like digital circus. I mean, that adds to the fucking point of what they're trying to do. But with this, it feels like it's playing it more safe, not because they can't be deceptive on some level, but because that's what the audience appealed to the most. Because 3, amongst everything else, I love 3, but dude, that game was still when the series was at its niche. When 4 kind of dropped that focus or that tone or that atmosphere of like, you're gonna die, it became a lot more popular. It became a lot more memed on and everything.
Because they shaved off all of the unpleasant edges Because, bro, freaking Ray has a villain that is basically a Jesus stand-in with a revolver. You can't tell me that's not edgy, and that's not quote-unquote offensive, right? If Persona 5 did that, there would be so much outcry over it, because it's like, that character's too dark and scary. But yeah, kind of the point. Story gets supposed to be freaking creepy. That's
I
kind
mean,
of the
didn't they
point.
also give metaphor shit for that?
Right, oh yeah, they did. Dude, freaking has a hanging on the screen, and it's like, oh no, it's rated T. Freaking actual gore. Well, not actual gore, but like stabbing, blood, everything like that on screen.
It does have actual bloodshed. It does have actual bloodshed. It's just like, but that's the whole
There's
thing.
so much
And
stuff. Genocides are T-rated.
among everything, I feel like this adds to the whole point of, like, with Persona 6, that teaser. It's like, I like the idea here. The problem is not that this idea exists. The problem is that this is likely the only thing we're gonna get that springs of that idea, is the thing.
Yeah, it's gonna. Then I guarantee you, bro, the next time when we see this game, it's gonna be more Persona. It's gonna be like freaking all the edges are just sand.
It's gonna. Oh my god!
Off.
It's gonna. Where is the fucking? Where's the fucking opening? Hang on. What was it called? Like Yeah.
It's gonna...
Yeah. It's. Let me see. Yeah. Here it is. It's gonna be this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Carnival
dude.
Phantasm opening.
Yeah. It's gonna be like. Also, you follow this up just by like Ilya being like, you know what, behead Saber and freaking defile her corpse, and then just cut to this. And it's like, are they so serious?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh god.
If you really want to get, if you really want to get in trouble with the censors, put Prisma Helio on and then play this. Like a scene from Arcuid.
I thought you were gonna show the fucking lesbian lollies kissing.
So we're trying to keep this freaking channel afloat.
Friendly, damn it.
I didn't say we're trying to keep it family friendly. I just said we're trying to keep freaking lolicon out of there.
Whoa. I didn't say family friendly. I said friendly. There's a difference.
Trying to keep the family fucking out of this.
Which is ironically also something in Prisma Why is everybody hoarding to Shiro in that series?
It says a lot. It says a lot that the only thing we talked about regarding that fucking Microsoft State of Play is the only thing that we really seem to notice. Because what else do we really have to talk about from that show? What? The Gears of War exclusive that was coming out to Steam as well, and that they showed an abundance of like alternate behind the scenes footage and whatnot. It's like, cool. Why is this what you lead in with your showcase and everything?
Here's the thing, I still can't get over the freaking Carnival Fat Basil. The echo ward popping up. But it's just very. This freaking episode has not been about what the title says. Can we just be honest?
Yeah. And here's the thing, among everything else, we prefer talking about stuff that's not even really shown at a majority of these shows. And even the stuff that does, it's just like, you know, it's all been criticism.
Here's the thing, dude. If you want an actual breakdown of this by this by this, go watch like Maximilian, dude. He'll actually go through each thing that was shown and talk about it for a bit. We're just here to talk crap, dude. We're just here to have fun. We're not really here to be professional.
Bro, it's just like, let me know when Supergiant Games comes out with another game that's outside of, like, Hades. Let me know when Studio Zero comes out with another game. You know, like, let me know when Sega takes out the AI-generated assets in Crazy Taxi. You know? Like,
let me know when Sega takes out the AI. Oh no, they're gonna do that with the next Sonic game, aren't they? I will actually castrate them.
Hey, fun fact to anyone listening. You know what Sega also owns? They also own Atlas, so
oh boy.
rip to Persona 4 and Persona 6, I guess.
Dude, that's good. Can you imagine the absolute backlash that would get if they're like, oh, by the way, the entirety. The reason they replaced the voice actors were these voice actors were okay with us using AI generation for their voices.
Oh
Can
man,
you imagine?
Like they don't reprise the original voice actors in the dub. They just use AI generated of their voices.
Oh no, yeah, no, the entire voice cast got replaced.
Oh yeah, I'm fully aware about that.
The entire voice cast.
Do we have like the list yet?
I don't know if we do, but that's the only thing I could think of why they got replaced is that, hey, I'm not okay with signing this that says that you get to AI generate my voice for anything. Well, you're not getting the job. You know?
Yeah, I can 100% see that.
But yeah, that's just a conspiracy theory. That's just a theory. A gay theory. A bisexual theory.
All I'm seeing is that the meme from last year.
I'm gonna hop up early, y'all go at it.
All right. All I'm seeing
hey,
is
yo.
I was gonna pull up the Venture's line.
You phrased that, right? Okay. It wasn't just me. I'm a hop when y'all go at it. Hey yo.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm a hop off while y'all go at it. That's the best way that I can end this maybe.
Oh my god. Like I don't know. All I'm finding regarding that information was just like, like, hey, here's that meme a while back where the actor's like, no, we're not reprising our roles. That's all I can find. But other than that, I mean, like, other than that, like, just getting past this, because at this point, it's just like, I mean, we talked about Steam, we talked about the State of Play, we talked about the Microsoft showcase. It's just like, but as for like the Switch showcase, I mean, like, I wasn't gonna watch it because I didn't think it was gonna be bad. On the contrary, like, dude, Nintendo is one of the only other companies that's got their shit on lock, and I trusted that they knew what they were fucking doing, and that everything on that like fucking review was gonna be peak, even if I wasn't gonna play all of it. I knew that people were gonna be excited for it, dude. The fact that Xenoblade is getting a re-release and a fucking fourth game.
Fourth game? Yeah, I know it's gonna be awesome.
Like, I don't give a fuck about the sex bots, but
fourth game looks cool.
Yeah. But are there? I mean, it's like,
can you imagine though that you play Xenoblade 4 when you get a Switch 2 and you end up actually loving it, and that kicks off so many Xenoblade fans because you didn't play 2.
You didn't play 2. I was just like, oh, I'll play it, but you ain't gonna like it.
I already know a certain YouTuber is going to start their video with Xenoblade 4 being like, already Twitter's upset.
Already Twitter's gonna be mad. And the worst part is the only people that are gonna get mad are the people that
the weirdos.
This is the game that saved me.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? At the Nintendo show, right? To just tie this up to just talk about the Nintendo show, so we can technically say we talked about all of them.
I mean, we did technically talk about all of them because Persona 6 was part of it, but get going.
So that show, right? Freaking, we have Xenoblade 4 coming, and then we have the Star Fox game coming, which I'm not really looking forward to because, oh boy, Star Fox 64 for the 4th time. But that's besides the point. Because I know I'm going to have to review it because I'm the Nintendo chick. So the other thing that surprised me was not just Kingdom Hearts 4, right? The Ocarina of Time remake?
Yeah, honestly. And that being the closer?
Yeah, that's so interesting to me, because I didn't think this game needed a remake. It's great as it is, you know? Why? And so that brings up one of two questions for me, right? Is it going to be a remake in the style of, oh, look, it's just prettier? Or is it going to be the Final Fantasy VII kind of remake where it's like,
I mean,
okay,
if we're keeping it
same thing, but with
in-house,
changing stuff.
if we're keeping it in-house, is it going to be like, oh, is it just remake, but it looks like you got the DLS5 on, or
Yeah,
are we
that's fine.
Yeah, or are they going to do Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom on this?
Right, that's my question. Because I would think, because you know what? I think there, and I know this is blasphemy to some people, there is some stuff about Ocarina of Time that you could actually improve on with a remake of this caliber from the ground up. All of that weird jank that was in the original and the remaster, you could, like,
some of the
get rid of it.
controls, I think, like, aiming on some parts, like, you could improve, definitely.
You could literally invalidate Ego Raptor's entire sequelitis video and make him see the root.
Yeah.
The hell? We fixed all the problems. What now, internet funny man?
And watch him play it and just not understand how to play it.
I would still be bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. At least he's self-aware and he can laugh at himself.
Now, if you'll excuse me, for no apparent reason whatsoever, I'm about to create this short series with Glitch about video games and characters that hate tutorials and long-winded speeches and monologues from villains. Completely unrelated.
And also, by the way, this series is going to generate a crap ton of porn immediately.
Oh, that was expected. Oh, that was fucking expected, dude.
Jeez. There's so much porn.
Jesus Christ, look at this. Chicks with dicks?
Yeah, why'd you click on now? Click on it, it's right in the open.
Like again, it's just the thing that is the most shocking out of all of this is just how much the Switch 2 can handle. Because
that's the crazy thing,
we
dude.
actually can finally get Johnny Cage instead of Jimmy Enclosure to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I think, like, I think even I underestimated the power that is in that thing. Because if we're going to be getting Devil May Cry 5, running at a good frame rate on a handheld, you're telling me I can go anywhere in the world with this thing? I can play Devil May Cry 5? Bro, that is worth the money. Come on now. They just need to bring it down a bit.
It's just, that's all we're asking, dude. Take down the price, and for God's sakes, like, just make your multiplayer free. Oh, we're asking.
So, dude, the crazy thing about Nintendo Online, it was free for, like, forever. And while it had its problems, at least you weren't paying for it when it crapped out, you know?
Yeah. It's just like, literally, somebody asked before the Direct happened on Blue Sky, it was just like, hey, what are your most, like, unrealistic expectations?
Gets rid of it.
And unrealistic expectations for the Nintendo Direct, and I literally just replied with that. Hey, can we have the multiplayer be free to play regardless of if you paid for the games or not? The fact that we're at that point with the console like space and everything, where it's like asking for free multiplayer across the board is unrealistic. It's such a fucking sign.
You know, I am curious though. Here's the thing I'm curious about. I wonder if Nintendo would be open to do a Switch 2 Lite. That way they could lower the price. You know?
Maybe it...
I don't know if the hardware that's in the Switch 2 could be made small enough without being compromised, you know?
Yeah. I think you would just... I think for... Hey, he's back.
Told you I'd be back.
What? No, you said
I was gonna honestly, as a joke,
you
I
said
was gonna make the fucking Venture Bros quote. It's just like, if you're a woman, I marry her. I jumped as a friendship by nailing your hot wife.
Yeah, bro, you literally left this call saying, all right, I'm a hop off. You two go at it.
What the fuck else do you expect us to think? To those wondering, no, me and Smug are not dating. We're divorced.
By the way, this is not gonna help the polyhero allegations, okay?
Is this? I mean, we could start putting these videos on the Orange site.
This is not gonna. I have seen that freaking comment on Twitter, by the way.
Look, we all know Sozo sitting in the cut chair and he likes it, so I don't care.
Oh, I don't know. You're the one that said you two go at it, so.
I mean, she's got a point, bro. Who's in the cut chair at this point?
It's okay. No, it's okay.
We had it embroidered and everything.
You're not in control here, fucker! I am!
Oh my god. I don't know if those pick up on the recording, but if they do, that's amazing.
I think they do.
Seriously.
You want to masturbate to a fictional monkey? You do you. I don't care. It's just,
They actually do.
You know, keep that shit to yourself.
They actually do.
By the way, hey guys, check out Some Call Me Johnny's video. There's context to that. Yeah, it's just. I just. Alright, I'm going to the thing about these episodes, man, is I'm so excited to just like talk, shoot the shit with you guys that I literally throw my freaking professional notepad away and I just go off the cuff and then I look at the notepad later and there's like 10 points I still wanted to talk about.
Yeah, like I used to just have sticky notes, giggity, in my fucking computer and everything, and I used to be like, all right, here's the points we gotta talk about. At this point, dude, we're just going off the cuff, and it's just I
love how every video is never about what it actually says. So people wonder if they clicked on the wrong video.
We've been going on for an hour and 40 minutes, dude. I think we're good for an episode.
I've seen that comment too in your comment section sometimes. If did I click on the wrong video? Because I click on like a Persona 5 video and we're like talking about 3 or something for like an hour and a half, and if I click on the wrong video.
We talk about metaphor and it just closes on, hey, here's why I think about Persona 5.
Yeah, it does. It did.
God, I don't know. It just.
But here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing, dude. I think it makes it more genuine and unique to our style of stuff that it's not rigid. We just sit here, we talk because we're friends. We're not freaking content creators or co-workers. We're talking to each other like we're friends, you know? We're not in competition with each other.
You don't want me to say what I was about to say.
Not on camera, Sozo. Say it after you go clear, okay?
We have a friendship with an added bonus if we get to talk with whatever. Some would call us friends with benefits.
It's okay. It's okay, Rashi. It's a joke. You can laugh.
I know. You know, unlike some people, I actually know how to take a goddamn joke.
Oh,
fuck you! I thought it was funny.
It was.
Yeah, don't worry. We're laughing in the room while you're.
The fact that there are people that still think that we're just in this toxic relationship or whatever after 5 years of knowing each other.
Yeah, people still think me and Sozo hate each other for some reason. They're like, why do you guys talk to each other like that? That's not nice. And I was like, no, it's not nice, but it's funny.
You've never had a friend before in your entire life?
Also, Sozo,
it's not my fault. It's not my fault. You can't look at your friend and call her a fucking midget. All right.
Hey.
Like it's not our fault. You can't.
Bro,
look
she
at
gets
shit
the
and
N-word
go fuck
pass and
yourself.
gets to call me one, alright?
Listen.
Do it.
Watch your mouth.
Do it. Do it, Pipsqueak. Call me a nigga.
Listen, nigga.
You shut your face.
Are you happy now? I did it there. Are you happy now?
Oh, sorry, we didn't catch that on camera. Could you say it again?
Okay, so here's my payment, okay? You have to put this in the freaking video, too, because one of us got a war designs, bro.
Oh, God, the fucking... I was trying to forget. Dude, the fucking...
They don't look like the Hawaiian God of War. That's all I'll say, man.
I
it looks like a freaking Devil May Cry villain.
Bro, anytime I look at this, I just think of the fucking Pringus McDingus video. It's nice. I just wasn't expecting it to be, you know, Japanese or Egyptian or Mongolian or Norse. Wait. The Bluetooth is ready to appear.
Dude, your Bluetooth ready to play. Oh, gosh. Here's the thing, dude. I don't have a problem with Lofay. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's whatever.
As far as God of War is nowadays, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are weird about this game, but like it'll be fine. Like, relax.
God damn.
You know? Yeah, people are weird. Unfortunately.
Honestly, if I didn't see it in person, I honestly would probably ask if this is AI generated or not. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm gonna be real.
See,
Like,
I think that's what's throwing me off is they look so. I mean, look at Faye, right? I mean, you look at these designs, and these do not. Neither of these look like they belong in the same game, right?
Anything that looks
like I'm not crazy, right? Okay.
like, we have to wait until that PlayStation Store adds in an AI like disclaimer.
Oh, well, then that'll just confirm it.
Well, no, we're not, because then the people will stop. People will stop what? People will stop what? Like, what do you want to say? Huh? But people will stop what if you have that AI disclaimer, huh?
I'm sorry. You literally just made me think. Stage rights to do what?
That's stage right to do. Anyway, can you answer my question, you fucking traitor? Stage rights to do what?
It's our heritage.
It lasted 5 years. The fucking annoying orange lasted longer than that. Me and Smug's friendship lasted longer than that. You're gonna tell me that your fucking heritage lasts longer than a fucking orange?
Pretty
Douglas.
bro.
Yeah, Douglas.
Funny.
It's just like, at the end of the day, it's just like, dude, if they want more, I guess more people, I think, to, in my eyes, be genuinely excited for these games among everything else, they need to show that there's a reason to get these consoles. Like, that's why, that's, again, the reason why I put a symbol of Steam and the Switch 2 in here, is there's a reason to visit these platforms and get that console. There's a reason to. Because by all accounts, there are actual games on there, and it's, a lot of times it can be cheap and affordable. A lot of the times.
Here's the thing, dude. It's so. Oh, I just want to say this, right? So it might rub somebody the wrong way, right? But here's the thing. It's okay if you like the movie games, dude. I'm not coming at you for what you like, okay? It's okay if you like the Sony. If you like the Sony action adventure third-person movie game, whatever. That's cool. Do you? The problem that I have is that when people start getting upset that other people don't like it, that's when I start to have a problem.
You peaked in high school.
That's when I start having a problem with it, is when you can't really. You want everybody to accept your opinion, but you can't accept everybody else's opinion.
You peaked in high school.
Motherfucker.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
you.
I thought I was podcast. That was the only kind of podcast.
Oh, was I coming in the entire time?
No, you were. I was just being silent just to add to the bit.
Bro, it's just I will just say this, like, dude, the fact that we're already going into a time where it's like Sony's talking about coming out with a PS6, like that is a sign that, dude, what does your PS5 have to show for it? Astrobot, Ghost of Yote. That's about it.
And then Lafay, right? That's just but here that's the thing,
Like,
it's okay.
Less than 10 games that are exclusive to the PS5 at most.
Right. And I know what people would say. What matters? Why do exclusives matter? They do kind of matter if Sony wants people on their platform.
Because here's the question: why should they bother making another console if there's nothing to get? If everything is available, like, okay, if I bought a copy of God of War Lawfare, right, and it's on Steam, right, it's on Steam, but then they go, oh, it's actually on PS6. Why would I go out of my way to buy a PS6 when it works perfectly fine on Steam? Or anyone can, for that matter. Hell, if it goes on to Switch too, why should anyone be bothered to buy a fucking PS6 or a PS5 if it's on Switch too? It's the same with Xbox. Why should people be bothered to get an Xbox for the new Halo campaign if the fucking game is gonna be on just PlayStation 5 or Steam? It's like, there's no point to get these consoles for a long time. That's what made those other consoles for the longest time in previous generations stick out so much, is that they had actual exclusives, is that they had titles that went well with those fucking systems. Instead of just, like, well, it's going to technically, this is what pisses me off most about State of Play. Oh, it's going to technically be on the PS5, but we're not going to tell you it's going to be on other consoles. Like, I mean, sure, like, you have titles like, for example, for PS5, for right now, you have titles like Kemuri, which is that Ikumi Nakamura game, which that looks cool. I really wish it was on PC so I wouldn't have to pay for a PS5, the game, and a fucking paywall for the online membership. But
because it's so ironic that we would love this if they're just binge play that game with all three of us.
And it's just like, it's one of those games where it's like, I would love playing that with other people, but it's just like, I don't want that to be the only game I play with people, is the thing. Among everything else, it's like, that's the problem here, and that's why I feel, among everything else, that these games should be, like, there should be including more exclusives with these titles and everything. Like, there should be more exclusives with these, like, consoles and whatnot. And 100% when it comes to platforms like fucking Nintendo, that's where I'm not really complaining much about it. Because, dude, even if Onimusha or Kingdom Hearts or fucking Devil May Cry or fucking Metaphor weren't on the Switch 2, that's not going to stop them from having these other exclusives that are just lining up for that console. That library is stacked. They can take out the third-party games, and they'll still have people coming in to get a Switch 2 and get those games.
Well, yeah, they have, because they have what? Right now they have that Pokemon Animal Crossing game. They have Donkey Kong Bonanza Mario Kart World. They have they have
the Pokopia
as much as
game.
I don't like it. Yeah, so I said the Animal Crossing Pokemon game. Yeah, they have like a Metroid Prime. As much as I don't like the fourth one, they do have it. You know.
Yeah. They have, like, they at least have games, which is why I'm not gonna. This is why I'm more lenient on them. And, you know, like, this is why I don't engage with these conversations with you-know-who, because, like, he can suck the dick of Xbox as much as he wants. They don't have any exclusives, really, to qualify, hey, I'm gonna get an Xbox, really. But if he were to come in here and say, well, dude, like, Switch has all these other third-party titles coming to it, true, but the difference is they have exclusives bundled with it. They have exclusives paired up and matched with it. So, at the end of the day, it's just like there are valid reasons to get a Switch 2 because, hey, I still can't be able to play Pokken Tournament on a PC. I can't be able to play fucking DK Bonanza on my PlayStation on my PlayStation 4 or anything like that. But I can play it on Switch 2 if I wanted to, by all means. So, like that's the thing there, is that it's just like the only problem I have amongst Nintendo, unlike everything else, is just the price, and that's it. But when it comes to all these other consoles, it's like it's just, what are they doing that feels like the ends justify the means in a lot of ways?
Right.
Like, and the reason why I haven't talked too much about Steam is like, I mean, Steam has a bunch of indie games that are only for PC.
Like,
Yep.
guess where everybody was playing Hades 2 before it came to console?
PC.
PC.
Because they allowed people to have early access to the fucking game. Hell, the player count to other games like, oh, I don't know, Wuthering Waves fucking skyrocketed the moment they were allowing it on Steam.
Even if downloading it is...
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna
the
game is a casino. I'm not exactly gonna try and be fucking white knight for the game and everything.
I can't judge you, dude. I play freaking Nikkei, so...
Dude, I play PlayStation Grey Raven as well.
Well, my game is more predatory, I guarantee you.
According to certain people, my game is dead.
Dead Game Wolf.
Dead Game Wolf. Anyway, yeah, that's at this point. That's gonna do it. I don't know. I guess I'll just. I mean, unlike some people I can mention, I will wait till Street Fighter 6 gets installed to play it with you guys.
Absolutely.
$6.
Yeah, the difference was it literally just, dude, you said, hey, hop on Street Fighter 6. I didn't say I don't have Street Fighter 6 or I don't have $20. I said, dude, I'm just waiting for my paycheck. That's it.
Literally how this conversation goes. Let me see it real quick. Okay, let me find it. So I finished my article too. So if you want to play Street Fighter 6 after, we can. This is in Sozo asking if I wanted to do this episode today. Sozo said, I'm waiting on my paycheck. I said, 3 minutes later. Dang, bro, that's crazy. Anyway,
hey, wait, check your Steam. I said gifted. And then we were talking about it, and that brings up also a good point about, like, dude, we were talking about, dude, like, I hate to break it to you, but this game is like 100 gigs, which, you know, I can fit on my platform, no problem. But then I cut over to Tekken 8, up back to that whole restaurant thing. It's like, dude, Tekken 8 is 120 gigs, going on 130. Like, at the very least, Street Fighter 6 has its own story mode and open world and everything. What does Tekken 8 have to fucking, like, make that honestly just work?
You get a story mode, a multiplayer, and nothing else.
A story mode with pre-rendered cutscenes.
Exactly, hence the fuck you.
An online lobby that I guarantee you is running about the same amount of graphic fidelity as fucking Animal Crossing. And a multiplayer mode that is just panels. Like, among everything else, is just like, I think the thing that I take most I think the thing that pissed off most about this is, among everything else, it's just how many times these companies want to promote just AAA games and not like any indie games or stuff with like incredible and interesting or unique art direction. And just how much it feels like, especially for Summer Games Fest, how much it feels like they're spitting in the face for the idea of a good fantasy. It's like, oh yeah, we have this fantasy story with knights in shining armors and dragons. Oh, you mean like Lord of the Rings? Like, oh, I don't know, fucking Elden Ring? Like Souls-likes? Like fucking...
Oh, well, I wish we had it on recording of when Monster Hunter showed up and Sozo started to freak out about how much he loved the designs.
Yeah, because it was like, dude, like, you give me the same burger after how long, and then you finally hit me in the face with an ice cream sundae. I'm like, oh my god, this looks so fucking great, dude. Dude, oh my god, look at this rug! It's just like...
No, well, yeah, it's like, oh, no, but yeah, it is really... That's not me downplaying
And yet again,
Monster Hunter, by the way.
it's again, another game made by Capcom. A company that I would be pissed off at if it wasn't for the fact that they are killing it. And then we looked at the fucking Power World 1.0, which I was like, oh yeah, this is the Pokemon trading card game. Why didn't Game Freak just approach them to work with a game? Like, seriously, it would have helped so much.
No, I'm gonna tell you why they didn't.
They got their ego hurt, yeah.
That implies effort. Also, we're mad that this random company did what we're doing, but better when.
Well, that's the thing. They're not, though. It's literally just Ark Survival Evolved. It's not really even Pokemon.
They saw it. Now look at them.
But they stole our fucking flow. You mean like Digimon? You mean like Yu-Gi-Oh?
You know, like Dragon Quest?
Like Digimon, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like Dragon Quest, like Blue Dragon, like...
That's the thing, dude. It feels so weird for them to randomly attack an indie company. Just because they feel like they can get away with it.
We are still talking about Nintendo, right?
Yes, we are.
All my lawyers in root suit. Anyway,
I don't know if a Nintendo Lynch is outside my door. Somebody's knocking. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Hey, open up! We about to beat your ass!
Don't try to run, you can teleport.
I swear to God, every time I saw another fucking homogenized fantasy story, I was just like, "Air traffic called my name. I'll come in traffic."
Hey, yo, get back here. Bro, this... you need therapy.
The good news, it wasn't Nintendo, so it was just my mom.
Just get a message, do not panic. There are multiple covert ops inside of your house. But yeah, I think that's ultimately gonna do it at this point, because it's just like, it's not that we don't have, like, we can't talk more about this. It's just like, at this point, it's like, what else is there to talk about that's like interesting that showed up at these showcases? You know, like everything we want to talk about showed up outside of these showcases. I would have loved to talk about No Straight Roads 2, but it didn't show up at Summer Games Fest.
A lot of the stuff that came apart for this show, the Nintendo Direct and not Summer's Game Fest. I don't know why he showed up at the Nintendo Direct, though.
You know why? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Smash. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Smash.
No,
fair enough. We're not everybody else talking once.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here. It's going on for about 2 hours at this point. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, see y'all next time. Anyways, it's been us with the Autumn Cars podcast. Take care. Peace.
Peace.
Ain't nobody really know me. Set my squad, my homies. Flow like water, I'm just coasting on that Hosey Brody. Never got time for Hosey, but I ain't never lonely. The only centerfold I gotta post it, who I'm gonna be rolling on.